this part is drilling out the old rivets in the trunnions. And the way I like to do this is in the drill press, and starting off with a countersunk drill bit, which looks like this. The idea being is it's so thick it's really hard for it to walk. The other thing I find useful is when setting up the drill press, I like to get the work as high to the chuck as you can allow for it. Now I have extra space here because I might be using a longer drill bit, but to actually drill the rivet out. But you know, the shorter the quill is going down, the less chance there is of the bit walking on you. So this right here is just to get a hole started on there, and you can use a center punch, but I find this is a lot more efficient. So we'll get it centered up on there. The other thing to note is these things sometimes squashed or actually squashed over in their hole, so where their shank looks like isn't actually where the hole is. The hole in this is actually right about there. So I start this with the whole thing is basically, I'm going to be drilling a 1/8 hole in this. Okay, and there we go. Switch to a 1/8 drill bit here. Lately I've been using the DeWalt drills. Their spiral is actually shorter on them, so that means you actually have more of a shank on there. You can chuck it up a little higher, and there's less of the bit to wobble on there. So it doesn't walk, and I haven't broken any of these. I may have just jinxed myself. That's one. Success. Now the rear trunnion is a little different. We're drilling out two long rivets. Where the other trunnion had the short rivets going through, these extend all the way through the trunnion, and they've expanded as well. So these we have to drill out, no choice. So the way I do this is I start off with the countersink bit, just start the hole, and then I'll just take a 1/8 bit, go all the way through, and then follow that up with a 9/64 bit, and then it should be ready to tap out. So let's do it. It's also very important to mention that the best way to do this is to have the drill speed set pretty slow. I have mine on the second to slowest speed setting. This is an old drill press, so yours may actually even go slower. Don't go too slow because you'll load up the bit. But if you end up going fast, you can burn the bit up or break it. So lift out every so often, just to bring the chunks of metal that you're pulling out to the surface. That's how most of the bits get broken off. So they load up and then they get stuck inside there. It's also a good idea when you get about halfway through, you'll feel it start to vibrate. Just drop a couple drops of 3-in-1 in there. It's not really cutting oil, but it works good enough for this. There it goes. That's as much as I drill. After that, they should be ready to tap out.